In the shadowed heart of Greensboro, North Carolina, a predator named Robert Sylvester Alston, born May 19, 1969, unleashed a reign of terror from 1991 to 1993. With chilling precision, he raped and murdered at least 4 women, dismembering their bodies and scattering their remains like grotesque trophies across the city's dark corners. His sinister game extended beyond the kills, taunting investigators with cryptic, anonymous phone calls. He sought to twist their minds and bask in the media's horrified gaze. In 1998, Alston's monstrous saga culminated in a guilty plea, chaining him to multiple life sentences. Yet his remorseless smirk at sentencing left a city haunted. A shadow born in silence. Robert Sylvester Alston emerged from the womb of Greensboro, son of Jack, a humble school custodian, and Dorothy, a toiling factory worker. Raised in a modest, hard-working family, his childhood bore no overt scars of horror, yet an unsettling darkness festered within. At Grimsley High School, Alston was a specter among peers, a tall, athletic figure who shunned connection, drifting through the halls like a ghost. His only tether was a half-hearted stint in the Reserve Officers Training Corps, but even there he was a hollow presence. After graduating in 1987, he fled to a Georgia junior college, only to abandon it in a haze of disinterest. A brief romance bore him a son in 1989, but by 1991, after fathering a second child in Wilmington, Delaware, Alston's restless malice erupted. He severed ties with his family, slinking back to Greensboro, where he lurked in his parents' home, a solitary figure consumed by unspeakable urges. His days bled into menial labor, dishwashing at the Rock Ola Cafe on Battleground Avenue, while his nights were spent prowling the city's underbelly. To those who knew him, Alston was a cipher, his emotional void so profound that even his father confessed to reporters a chilling truth. No bond, no trust, ever existed between them, a trail of blood and bone. Alston's victims were the vulnerable, young black women ensnared by prostitution or drug addiction, plucked from the streets by the predator in his dark blue Pontiac. His first known kill came in April 1991, when he strangled 23-year-old Joanne Robinson, a crack-addicted prostitute. Her naked corpse, discarded mere blocks from his lair, was a grim herald of the horrors to come. By October, Alston's depravity escalated. Sharon Martin, 26, met her end at his hands, her body dismembered with surgical cruelty. Her severed head and a single hand were unearthed by utility workers near Jackson Middle School, a grotesque discovery that shook Greensboro to its core. In spring 1992, 19-year-old Shemeka Warren, another prostitute battling addiction, vanished. Her decapitated naked body was later found in a vacant lot near Alston's home, her family's desperate pleas for her return answered only by silence. The final confirmed kill came in December 1993. Lois Elizabeth Williams, 41, once a respected manager at the News and Record, had spiraled into addiction and prostitution. Alston raped and strangled her, dumping her lifeless form in the hallowed grounds of Piedmont National Cemetery. Witnesses recalled her last moments in the company of a towering black man, Alston's unmistakable silhouette. Anonymous tips, eerily precise, led police to her body and Warren's remains, fueling suspicions that Alston himself was the ghostly caller, toying with his pursuers. The hitchhiker's nightmare. In January 1994, Alston's sadistic hunger nearly claimed another. A 29-year-old woman, hitchhiking home in Guilford County, accepted his offer of a ride. Instead, he dragged her to a desolate forest near James B. Dudley High School, where he unleashed a savage assault, beating, raping, and strangling her. Believing her dead, he hurled her from a bridge into icy river waters. Miraculously, she survived, her battered body found and rushed to a hospital. Her testimony, coupled with a damning facial composite, pointed to Alston. Though never arrested before, he had long been a suspect, his home a grim nexus for the city's string of corpses. On January 28, 1994, police closed in. Alston, cornered, confessed to Williams's murder, his voice devoid of humanity. By April, he was convicted and sentenced to life. Yet his confessions trickled out like poison. First, Joanne Robinson in 1996, earning another life term. Then Sharon Martin and Shamika Warren in 1997. Though evidence was scarce, his intimate knowledge of the crimes sealed his fate. The anonymous tips that led to the body's recovery. Investigators believed Alston himself made the calls, a macabre puppeteer pulling strings from his cell, a monster's defiance. On September 3, 1998, Alston pleaded guilty to all charges, his 4 life sentences stacked consecutively, ensuring he'd never taste freedom for 80 years. In court, he grinned, a chilling, sardonic mask, as he recounted his atrocities with mocking relish. When Shamika Warren's mother and the judge begged for the location of her remains, Alston's response was a dagger. "I've made peace with God. Only me and God will have those answers." His refusal to yield the truth left families shattered, their loved ones' bones lost to his cruel whims. Suspicion lingers that Alston's body count is higher. Bernice Denise Robinson and Cheryl Lynn Mason, raped and murdered in Greensboro between 1991 and 1993, bear his predatory hallmark, but charges were never filed, their cases cold as the grave. A killer's legacy. Confined to Columbus Correctional Institution in Brunswick, Alston remains a specter behind bars, shuffled between penitentiaries like a cursed relic. In the mid-2010s, journalists glimpsed his unrepentant soul. To one, he hinted at more murders, refusing to elaborate. To Nancy McLaughlin of the News and Record in 2016, he mused cryptically, "That trigger, that one thing that pushed me over the edge, I'll die with that. I don't see myself as a serial killer, but people do." Robert Alston. That's who I am. The scars he left endure. In 2002, the Greensboro Medical Examiner's Office paid $50,000 to Sharon Martin's family after misplacing her remains, a final indignity. Alston's crimes, his taunts, and his silence continue to haunt Greensboro, a city forever stalked by the shadow of a monster.